So he gets his lockdown. He extends me out. Yeah, he's got this thing locked in really well, right? So we're playing from here. So if he has the underhooks, the first thing I want to do is I want to kill this underhook by going elbow to elbow, right? If I'm up here, he can get deep on that underhook, and now he's into his game. So the first thing I do is I come elbow to elbow, and I'm going to turn and try to be as perpendicular to him as I can. This is going to make it hard for him to get under and start elevating and moving me around the way he wants to, right? So we're playing in this style. Now, if his lockdown isn't that tight, I can just pop my foot off here, right? But if he's really tight, that's going to be hard to do. So this is where it gets a little tricky, because I'm going to have to come back a little bit to parallel with him to undo this, but I don't want to go too far to where I give him all the control. Right? So I'm going to come in and I'm going to lift his leg up, right? Because he's so tight with me, his leg comes up too, right? See how he's tracking me the whole time? So I'm coming under and I'm catching his heel, and then I'm peeling my foot off, right? And I'm already perpendicular, so I can immediately sit to my twister passing. You know, keep it locked up as much as you can, right? And then now I walk my foot up, push this over, and then now I can go wherever I want. If he's tight here, the suggestion, turn it into the ninja roll. If he wants to hang on to my leg, he can have it. I'll take it all the way to the back. All right? So let's do that again. So we've gotten here, I've messed up. He got a good lockdown, he's deep under me. I'm gonna make that turn perpendicular, killing this underhook, sprawling out so it kills the one on my leg, right? I try to get this off, he's hanging on. So I gotta come back a little bit, catch his heel with my heel, and peel this off. All right? I'm sitting, bringing my knee towards pointing to the ceiling so I can push this over the top. Now I'm going to 3/4 mount, but I'm actually gonna go all the way to the other side, right into my ninja roll, straight to the back. Right? So let's play with that to get warmed up, and then we'll move on to the rest of it. 3, 2, 1. Right, so whether you've got the head and arm or you want to try the double unders, whichever one, I want you to try get all your weight into your head, right? And I'm here, right? And now I'm passing, right? And let the bottom person try to sweep you, right? Do your thing. Right? Just so you can feel that weight distribution. If all my weight's in my upper body, he can move my leg around all he wants. And you're gonna have the tendency that as he starts to move you to tighten that up. That's when he's gonna sweep you. Don't tighten it up, let him whip your leg around. I don't care if he's whipping it around. As long as my hips don't move, he's not sweeping me. My leg can go back and forth and do whatever, and then I just find the moment when I get in there and I can get my other foot in, and then I'll peel my leg out. Right? I just maintain this pressure up here. As long as I have the head and arm, or I have double unders, I control his upper half. It's only a matter of time before I pass. Right? I'm just waiting for my moment. Right? Let's try it. 3, 2, 1. When he's on this side, stay there. I don't want to try to come over now, because see how much I have to reach? Now I'm going to sweep myself. See how my hips had to move? I can't move my hips, so I wait for him to whip back to the other side, and then look, he just brought it to me, and I pass. All right? Be patient. All right? A lot of passing is being patient and waiting for your moments. Another thing, if I only have head and arm and I don't have double unders when I'm doing this, I do have to be worried about him taking his right hands, putting it on my hip, and going to guard. And then now I just lost all my advantage. Right? So if I have just head and arm, when I go here, like I'm already getting this foot up involved. So now if he tries to go to full guard, he can't, and it opens him up. Right? So I do have to get quicker to that spot with my foot in if I only have head and arm, because his other arm is free to push my hip up and put me back in guard, right?
And that's not super dangerous either to
No.
risk your own arm.
My arms are tied up here. What am I going to do to it?
If you wouldn't have enough time to...
Yeah, there's not anything really for me to do there, right? You still got me in lockdown, so if I abandon and try to attack your arm, I just give up my back, right? So yeah, there's no danger for you to push, right? So, does that make sense? Any questions?
Is there any advantage to having head and arm over the double unders when you pass? Or is it just you want double unders if you can?
Double unders is better.
Just overall?
If you can get double unders, it's better. It's just hard. It's hard to get.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, if I can get the double unders, that's where I want to go. But if I can't, then I'll take the head and arm. The head and arm is usually pretty easy to get. Yeah, that's a lot easier. Yeah, and if you get good at working your way from the head and arm to the double unders, you know, then you have that pathway. Yeah, and usually, like if I go heavy and turn their head, I can then swim to that other side and then come back across, you know, and get that double under control. You know, so, you know, but if you can't get it, then you gotta do it from the head and arm. It's just a little bit, you know, a little bit less control. They still have their other arm free to you know, get in your way. Right? Cool.